With crossover day behind us, the clock is ticking for lawmakers to address the state's looming $3 billion budget deficit. The solution won't include two proposed taxes.
That's according to Governor Wes Moore, who nixed a broad business-to-business tax, as well as a tax on sugary drinks. Tonight, Fox 45 News breaks down what we know about these changes and the impacts it could have on your wallet. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Kai Jackson.
And I'm Mary Bubala. Fox 45's Mackenzie Frost joins us live from the State House with the latest on all of this. Mackenzie.
Well, Mary and Kai, we're looking for answers today about what will actually be included in this final budget as negotiations continue. Well, Governor Wes Moore says he will not cite anything that includes that broad business-to-business service tax. It turns out that could just mean more taxes for you at home.
With the crossover day deadline behind us.
Is there any debate?
But this program is different.
Because we literally have hundreds of people in our district.
I would say we were probably one of the more productive and less contentious crossovers than we've had in quite a while.
All eyes are on what didn't make it to the other chamber, the budget. And everyone has an opinion on what to do now.
We think there should be more cuts, and the majority party, the clock is ticking.
I feel as good as I can feel about the legislative session.
But at the end of the day, I think everybody's kind of said you could probably do this with a minimum amount of tax increases.
Governor Wes Moore coming out Monday afternoon against the broad 2.5% business-to-business tax.
A broad B2B tax will not happen in the state of Maryland.
But the details are anything but clear.
I think everything is fluid until it's not.
And Senate President Bill Ferguson says a budget deal has yet to be finalized.
On the broader question of whether there is an agreement on the budget, everyone will know when there is an agreement when we have a joint announcement. And, we're very close. It's important that we not put the cart in front of the horse and that we really kind of do our due diligence to make sure that all the details are in place and that the numbers work and that it's a sustainable budget that people buy into.
Did the governor put the cart before the horse with yesterday's announcement?
No, I think the governor's mentioned that we are in great, strong communication. And so we are having ongoing, very productive discussions. And so, I appreciate the governor, and we'll get there.
Senator Ferguson says looming federal uncertainty has cast a shadow of doubt as lawmakers scramble to get a deal together to close the more than $3 billion budget deficit. The 2.5% business-to-business service tax plan that's now changing was expected to generate $1 billion in state revenue. Without it, sources say a broader service tax to consumers is now on the table.
I think it's still in conversation.
But who it would apply to and how much has yet to be shared.
We've heard the governor talk about his priority of making Maryland more affordable for middle-class people in the state. How would this proposal do that if this direct-to-consumer sales tax would impact them?
Look, I think at the end of the day, we have to fund government. Any additional revenue or tax has the potential of a negative externality. I think in this case, it is important that we protect our social safety net so that businesses have workers. What we need to do is be able to fund that in the most efficient way possible, and that's what this budget negotiation is about.
Can you give us any indication as to the list of services in which this would apply to?
I don't want to get too far in front of things, but we're trying to have a forward look at where industry will be most impacted by technology and how that impacts society and the workforce, and set up in this moment, find a way to have our tax system better reflect the modern economy.
Well, Democrats are keeping tight-lipped about the details being negotiated.
I think they're in a straight panic situation. I think they're trying to figure out what would do the least amount of damage to them going into an election year next year.
Republicans are pushing for more cuts to the budget.
We think they need to go back to the drawing board. More cuts. It is what it is. The government has spent too much money, and we have to adjust.
And now that crossover day is done, leadership is expected to spend most of this week hammering out the budget details.
Now, the House has yet to move the budget plan, and we're not expecting that to take place until there is a broader agreement for the framework for the budget itself. As for the blueprint, Senator Ferguson says that he expects the details to be rolled into the larger budget conversation, and he maintains that he does not expect the need to go beyond the final day of session. He says there will be a budget deal in place before sine die. Live in the State House, Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News. Hey, I'm Mackenzie Frost. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Check out Fox Baltimore on all of our social media pages for more videos just like this.